Hello friends, a very good evening to all of you. Myself Bhagirathi, I am studying in 8th standard. Now I am going to narrate you a story. The name of the story is The King Sindbad and His Falcon. This story was an extract from Arabian Nights. Once upon a time there lived a king named Sindbad. The king was very loving and he was very particular and very fond of racing and hunting animals. The king had bought a falcon as his pet. A falcon is nothing but a bird with long pointed wings and notched beak, which is also trained to hunt other animals and birds. So the falcon used to follow the king wherever he used to go. She never left his side. The king had put a golden cup around her neck to provide water at the time of hunting. So, one day when king was sitting in his palace in a very leisurely mood, which means in a very deliberate mood, the falcon said to the king, "Oh great king, now the time is suitable for hunting." So the king liked her suggestion and he ordered his subordinates to make all the necessary arrangements for the hunt. So the king set out on his horseback and he went till he reached a valley. So, his men formed a circular shroud of a net extended for the victim. Soon, a gazelle was trapped within the net. The kings and his subordinates were very happy and they were so excited. And the king told his men in a very exciting way that whoever allows the gazelle to escape from here, they will be punished till death. So the subordinates get little scared and they formed a circular shape around the net to trap the gazelle. So the gazelle, it was very frightened and it was really don't know what to do. So she moved towards the king and stood on her hind limbs, and she then lifted her four legs up to her breast, up to her chest, and she suddenly jumped above the head of the king and escaped. Then the king turned towards his men and he noticed that his men were gossiping to each other. They were murmuring, they were talking very slowly to each other. And he called his minister. His name was Wazir. So he called him and told that, "Wazir, do our men want to say something?" he asked. Then Wazir replied, "Your Majesty, they all are saying that you warned us that if we let the gazelle escape, they will be punished till death." Then king came to a decision and he told that he won't come back to the palace until he killed that bloody gazelle, and he started from there and he went in search of the gazelle. So then the falcon, his pet, was so intelligent and she found that gazelle running through the forest. And what did she do? The gazelle rose. She quickly moved from a lower position to a higher one, and she moved rapidly downwards through the air, and she blinded the gazelle. Means she made the gazelle unable to see what was happening around her, and with her sharp talons, means with her sharp claws, she made her eyes to be get blinded. And then finally the king killed that gazelle with his mace, a heavy club with a spiked metal at head. And he stripped and removed all the coverings from the gazelle's skin and he put that across his saddle. Saddle is a seat fastened on the back of a horse or other animal for riding, typically made of leather and raised at the front and rear. Then while they were returning, it was a very hot afternoon. They were all so thirsty, but there was no sign of water anywhere. So finally the king came across a tree and he saw some kind of liquid dripping through the leaf of the tree. He mistook that it was water, and first he took the golden cup from his falcon and He collected some drops of liquid that were coming out of the tree and he kept it near his pet. So the bird, it was too intelligent, but what it did do, the falcon felt so disappointed looking at that liquid and she overturned it. She made it upside down with her leg. So the king became, what did he do? What did he do is the king again collected some water drops from the tree and he kept near the horse. What the falcon did is she again felt so disappointed and she did not let the horse to drink and satisfy its thirst. The king became very furious. He got very angry about the behavior which his pet was doing, and he with his so much of anger, he cut off the falcon's wing and he told that, "You bloody falcon, you are so unlucky and foolish thing. You are not willing to slake means satisfy your thirst, nor you are not allowing the horse to drink it." So as soon as he cut the falcon's wings, she cried out with a very she cried out with so much of pain. And what she did do, she indicated with her eyes, she indicated the king to look up, and the king saw a viper snake sleeping at above the tree, and he realized that the water which was the drops of water which was falling from the tree was the poisons drops of the snake. The king was very remorseful. He felt so remorseful, felt so sorry for cutting off the wings of his loyal, beloved falcon. The, the falcon was showing a lot of firm and constant support or allegiance to him, but he, without knowing anything, with his furiousness, he cut off his falcon's wings. So he returned to the palace with the falcon, which was still sitting on his fist. As soon as they reached the campus, the falcon had beared the pain till then. At last, it gasped, left its breath with open mouth, owing to pain. The king repented, expressed his sincere regret or remorse about his foolish action for cutting down his beloved loyal falcon's wings. He started crying aloud at the loyal falcon's death. So friends, I think the story was so interesting and you learned. So what I am going to say is, we should never do things when we were in we should not take any type of decisions when we are in anger. Thank you.